Our challenges are actually meant for us, and they're meant to help us grow as human beings. That's all we're here on this earth to do. We're here to simply be better than the people that we were yesterday, and hopefully tomorrow be better than the people that we were today. This is Mindset by Natalia, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be discussing the big monster under the bed, our very, very deep-rooted inner fears that each of us hold. They dictate so much of our life, how we work through problems, how we problem solve, and what we even think about ourselves. I'm going to be teaching you a technique called the OK and. This technique is a journaling technique that I use to really overcome challenges and kind of call them out for what they are. Also, this really helps to see what's actually the deep-rooted challenge or issue that you're dealing with. If I were to ask you, hey, write me a 100-page list of all the things that scare you, that frighten you, what are your fears, and you write 100 of your fears down. I can guarantee you that if you were to really break down all of those fears, you would realize that the majority of them are actually able to be categorized into 2 or 3 real fears. With today's technique, you will become aware of what's actually going on beneath the surface, aka what your subconscious mind is thinking, not your conscious thoughts, not your everyday thoughts, what's deeply rooted in your subconscious mind that maybe you're not even aware of. So why is awareness so important? Awareness is honestly like 90% of the equation. Once you become aware of a challenge, of an issue that you're having, you naturally find ways to problem solve around it. But if you don't know what you need to work on, how are you supposed to fix that? What is your worst case scenario? Simply calling it out gives you so much of your power back just by simply naming what it is that you're truly frightened of. Let's get into the actual journaling technique that you and I are going to be using for this exercise. So here I have my list. If you can see, it just says okay, and then I wrote it with some arrows going down, and I left some spaces in between. So I want you to focus on one challenge that you're having right now. It can be something really big that's going on, or just something that's happening in your every day-to-day life, and you just want some awareness and clarity around it. You're going to put your main fear up here. First things first. I wrote down a very common challenge that I think a lot of people could relate to. I wrote, I don't have enough money. So once you write your big fear, you're going to question yourself and say, okay, and. What else comes up beneath this? So I don't have enough money. What does that mean? Okay, and next, what I wrote down is I'll have to work a job I dislike. Again, very common thing. So again, we're going to go in and ask, okay, and so what if you have to work a job that you really don't like? I'll be so unhappy. Okay, and what happens if you are so unhappy? I'll be envious of seeing people do what they love. Okay, and I won't want to be around people. Okay, and no one will want to be around me. Okay, and I'll be alone and sad. Okay, and I'll feel unlovable. Okay, and I'll fall into depression. Okay, and no one will miss me when I'm gone. Okay, and I'll regret my life. You'll see that many of your fears ended in illness, depression, passing away, regret of life. That's kind of when you know you need to stop. For that exercise, it took me a page. For you, it might take you half a page. It might take you 3 pages. It doesn't really matter how much you're writing, but just write out everything that comes up, all the thoughts, feelings, and emotions behind it. It was actually the sense of being unlovable, this sense of what if I'm not worthy anymore? What if I'm not loved anymore by others? What if there's no one to hold my hand? What if I end up regretting my life? So all of a sudden you realize it's not really an issue of I don't have enough money. It's this sense of what am I if I don't have money? Am I unlovable? Will people still love me? Will people stand by me? After that exercise, I might be more aware. There's something going on here with worthiness. There's something going on with feeling unlovable. How wild is that? I started this challenge thinking what I really needed was more money, but actually what I am deeply craving in my subconscious is this feeling of being worthy, this feeling of being lovable. You will all write your own scenarios, your own challenges, but you'll see these patterns start to come up. And once again, you have the awareness of them, that's 90% of the equation. Just simply bringing your awareness into this is what's going on, and I can now better understand myself. You're going to naturally start to problem solve because we as humans, we're naturally problem solvers. We don't want to stay stuck, we don't want to stay in suffering mode. We want to find a way out. Your life matters. There's this saying that I always go back to. I just love it so much. It goes, God only gives you the problems that he knows you're capable of handling. The challenges that you have in life have been given to you because God knows that you can handle them. Do you realize how capable you are? Do you realize that the challenges that you get through actually mold you into so much more of a strong and resilient person? God gives you challenges that he knows you can get through. He has designed you purposefully to get through the challenges that you're getting through. There are other people in this world that could not even imagine going through the things that you've been through, but you were able to do them. That's why that problem, that's why those challenges were given to you, not to that other person. Same with that other person. They're dealing with things that you could never handle in your life. Our challenges are actually meant for us, and they're meant to help us grow as human beings. That's all we're here on this earth to do. We're here to simply be better than the people that we were yesterday, and hopefully tomorrow be better than the people that we were today. We just need to grow. That is what we are meant to do in this life. We are simply just meant to grow. I'm so excited for all of you to use this technique to just call out the monster under the bed. What is it going to do? It's not going to bite you. Once you look fear in the face, it no longer controls you because you're no longer afraid of looking at it. Find your actual fears, call them out, shine light on them, and you will be so rewarded with the awareness that you now have at just seeing how you can get through anything that you put your mind to. Before I forget, I do want to check in with everyone. How's everyone doing on finding their flamingos? I've actually gotten some DMs and people sending me pictures of finding their first flamingos, or at least telling me they're searching, they're waiting to see where it pops up. So if you do have any stories that I have not heard of yet, please leave them down below. And if you have not found your flamingo yet, do not worry, you will find it. But here is just like a little reminder so that you can start searching for it again. So thank you so much, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye!